All right, let's get right into it. Picture this, it's midnight. Fireworks are lighting up the sky, people are cheering, toasting to a new year. But at that exact same moment, somewhere else, someone is already fast asleep. No countdown, no champagne, nothing. So why is that? What's going on in the mind of someone who looks at one of the biggest celebrations on the planet and just feels like it's any other night?
And this really paints the picture, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this massive explosion of collective joy. All the noise, the celebration, this huge shared moment. And on the other side, a deep, profound stillness. Just a quiet room, maybe some dim lights, and a clock that's just ticking away like always. Both of these scenes are happening at the exact same time, and you know what? Both are completely valid human experiences.
So that brings us to the big question we're tackling here. What is happening psychologically? Because it's not about being a party pooper or a killjoy, it's way deeper than that. It's about having a totally different relationship with time, with celebration, and honestly, with yourself. So to really get it, we're going to explore what I like to call a tale of two midnights. We're going to look at all the different reasons someone might choose to skip the noise. Because it's not just one simple story, it's a whole collection of them.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the people who intentionally choose calm. And this is key. It's not that they're not celebrating, it's that they're having a different kind of celebration, one that's all about protecting their internal peace instead of chasing some big external high. And this quote just nails it, right? For this group, a perfect new year might just be watching a favorite show or having a quiet cup of tea. They value emotional regulation more than emotional intensity. They get that real joy, real contentment, doesn't always have to be loud. We can actually break this group down into two profiles. You've got the quiet celebrator who is actively making a choice to protect their peace. And then you have the introverted observer. For them, it's less about a choice and more about how they're wired. The loud music, the crushing crowds of a New Year's party is just total sensory overload. Their brain isn't built to find joy in that kind of chaos. But then, there are others for whom it's not a choice at all. Some people don't ignore New Year's Eve on purpose. They just literally don't have the mental or emotional space to even notice it. Their minds are completely occupied with something else. This quote really captures the heart of it. I mean, when you're just trying to get through the day, the very idea of a big, fancy celebration can feel like it's from another planet. For them, strength isn't about popping a cork, it's just about making it to the next day. And this experience really splits into two key profiles. First, the time-blurred survivor. This is someone who is so overwhelmed by work, by stress, by life, that their brain is stuck in pure survival mode. There's just zero room for reflection. And then there's the wounded passer. This is someone for whom the last year brought real pain, real loss. For them, putting on a happy face and celebrating feels like a deep betrayal of everything they've been through. And you know, this really gets to a fundamental human need. Genuine celebration requires something called emotional safety. It assumes you can look back and feel good about the year. But if you're a wounded passer, that pain is still right there. Pretending to be hopeful and happy, it just feels unsafe. It feels dishonest.
Now we need to talk about what might be the most painful reason to stay home: loneliness. For some people, this one night, a night that's all about social connection, is actually a brutal reminder of what they feel they're missing. I mean, what a powerful way to put it. New Year's Eve forces this public comparison. Every single photo you scroll past, every post you see of people together, it can feel like a spotlight on your own isolation. It's not just about being alone, it feels like the whole world is confirming that you're absent. So, how does the mind cope with that kind of pain? Well, it builds a defense mechanism, a really clever one. Step 1, you redefine the event. You tell yourself, it's just another Tuesday. Step 2, you remove its meaning. You strip it of all its social power. And the final goal, you protect yourself. By making it meaningless, you reduce the emotional damage of feeling left out. It's a pure survival strategy. So, after looking at all these different experiences, the intentional quiet, the necessary quiet, the painful quiet, what's the bigger picture here? What can we learn from the people who find their meaning, not in the fireworks, but in the silence? This chart really brings it all together, summarizing the 5 distinct profiles we've just walked through. From the quiet celebrators choosing calm, all the way to the wounded passers who are just honoring their pain. Each one of these slices represents a totally valid and deeply human way to experience the turning of the calendar. And this leads us to the final, and I think most important, contrast. Society demands joy on command, right? It wants this big, public reset button we all press together. But for so many, psychological honesty means choosing neutrality instead. It's about private growth on your own timeline and finding a personal meaning that doesn't have to be performed for an audience.
And here it is. This is the big takeaway. That quietness isn't emptiness. So often, it's the very space where real, genuine transformation happens. These are the people who don't post about their resolutions or perform their hope for everyone to see. They just live it, slowly, privately, and far away from all the noise.
And so that leaves us with one final question to really think about. There's no right or wrong answer, of course. But maybe, just maybe, the real New Year doesn't begin with a loud countdown. Maybe it begins with the quiet, honest answer you give to this question. Because somewhere between the fireworks and the silence, that's where most of us actually live.